All right, we're back. Hope you're all greeted by the clicky of Cam's keyboard.
Episode 48.
Episode 99.
37.
No, it's actually 34, right?
Yeah, it is 34.
Okay, we're at 34. David Ortiz episode.
Yeah.
No other name needs to be addressed. It is, Paul Pierce.
Yeesh.
So, Paul Pierce,
Yikes.
Big Poppy.
Yikes.
1A and 1B. But yeah, this is Monday after the Super Bowl. It'll be Tuesday when this goes live. We're going to start with a little Super Bowl recap, get into some Sox talk, and then into our Mount Rushmore, which is going to be our Mount Rushmore of Super Bowl commercials from last night. So get it going. General consensus on how you thought the Super Bowl was.
Boring as shit off the rip.
I was going to say
except for the last 5 minutes of
if
regular time and then overtime.
I don't have anything else to throw.
we're going to count how many times this happens this episode. No, if you tuned into the Super Bowl last night in the fourth quarter, you saw all the action. If you saw nothing else, that you didn't miss much.
The first half was just awful.
It was terrible.
Side note, that missed extra point basically cost them the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it was blocked, but it came out really low.
I was talking with one of my old coworkers about that this morning. I hope that, because the whole big thing with that kicker is he's a rookie and he's had confidence issues. I hope that doesn't ruin it because he was nails for the rest of them.
I don't think it will because he came in after that and he booted whatever it was, 40 something.
53, I think.
No, but he had 3 field goals, but he put the one through with 4 minutes left to put them up.
Yeah, the one that he missed, I guess you could say, was more the defense just making a great block than
it was a bad snap too. It was a low.
It
snap
just felt like you knew it was going to
it.
happen though. Like the Niners kicked that field goal and giving Patrick Mahomes the ball with that much time, it's like, okay, how many times are we going to see this story where you give a guy like Mahomes, Allen, Brady when he was playing, you give them more than a minute and 20 seconds on the clock, it's almost a guarantee that they're going down the field and scoring.
And they had 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
Right.
They had all their timeouts going into it. It was so. But I think I was talking to my mom about it. That last drive going down the field, you knew they were either going to tie it or win it. And then the drive when they got the ball in overtime, it felt like when Brady was in his prime, and it was a foregone conclusion. You gave him the ball in crunch time, and the game is over. That's what he literally. He didn't march down the field. He shoved it down their throats.
Well, so I was talking about this with a guy at work earlier today too, and it's like in the regular season too, this happens, and every team does it. You're up by whatever, three points with a minute to go, right? And it doesn't matter who you're playing. All of these teams are playing super, super soft coverage, and they're giving up all these passes over the middle. It's like they're gladly going to take their 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 yards at a time, and they can get in field goal range in 3 to 4 plays. But teams are like the 49ers held Mahomes in check the entire first 3 quarters. He didn't do hardly shit.
Yeah, and then the fourth quarter they went into soft coverage.
You want to you have a lead, and why are you switching your defense with a minute and a half to go? Well, there was more.
So there was in overtime. There was a point where, it was in overtime, and it was the one where Mahomes basically took it himself on 4th and 1 and got the first down. Like 2 plays before that, it was like 2nd and long.
Yeah.
Like it was like 2nd and 17. And Shanahan calls a timeout because the defensive coordinator fucking calls a play where the middle is wide open. On 2nd down, you're just going to throw a slant across the middle, pick up 9 yards. And then they ran the ball with Pacheco down to 1 yard, and then Mahomes took it for like another 7.
Well, and then the same thing happened.
It was just like, Kelsey, what is going on?
Kelsey did it in that same drive. He had like whatever it was, a 20-something yard pickup. They hit that once. They hit another one to, I think it was Rashee Rice at another point, going the opposite way. I'm like, you can just run those drags and slants across the middle, and you are going to absolutely carve these dudes up if you want to play that soft to coverage. Why? I don't get why you're switching your defense when what you had been doing the entire game before that worked.
Well, I feel like it's the end of the season. It's the last game. You got to go out on your shield.
And that's
rather
it.
than going to soft coverage, if it's me, I'm sending more guys rather
And
than
if you
playing
get beat
soft
on
coverage.
you get beat on the deep ball, you get beat on the deep
Exactly.
ball.
So
Make
I
him
wouldn't
send more
agree
guys
with
to make a catch.
I get where you're coming from, Sam, saying send more guys at the end of the game. You were getting to Mahomes with 4 all game. There was no reason to switch up from that at all. Like, you don't go soft, play the exact same way. And that to me just says, like, the coaches, the moment was too big for the coaches. The moment was too big for the guys calling the plays and getting them out there. Because
I think one of the things was too, like, the Niners, the play calling in the first half, even the beginning of really most of the game, is they would start a drive and they would literally like there was like 4 drives in a row for San Francisco where they went 3 and out on all 4 drives, and like one drive was 3 passes, one drive was 3 runs, one drive was 3 passes, one drive was 3 runs. It's like, against a defense like that that's got them that far, they're gonna eat you alive.
Well,
You have to run, especially when you have McCaffrey. You just have to run the ball to keep them honest. You have
I think
to
it
run
was
the
their
ball to
first
open up.
9 plays of the second half.
they
all
threw the ball.
passes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All passes.
You have the best
running back in the fucking world, and you want to put it on a second-year quarterback who's never been in a moment like this before?
Which, hats off to Brock Purdy. I thought he played. He let his nuts drag. Yeah,
He was
so
calm.
He played
and
the
cool
way
and
that he could have
collected during that game. I was impressed by that.
nails.
Listen, if they ended up winning that game, he still wouldn't have gotten MVP, but he would have been second place for it. Just because Jennings had that.
Yeah, Jennings was going crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact Jennings had a receiving touchdown and a passing touchdown.
Yeah,
So,
he would have gotten it but Purdy
did you actually
still,
see that touchdown should have been called back?
Yeah,
they
had it. The center was
an illegal
downfield.
man downfield.
The
Yeah.
passing touchdown.
Yeah.
Mhm. The one from Jennings to
Those ones
McCaffrey
are.
back
I'm
across.
sure those ones are insanely tricky to call. There's so many
Yeah,
moving parts you don't even know.
Yeah,
what
and you're
you're
literally
looking for.
that's a 30-yard pass with no gain. That's literally going from one side of the field to the other. Like, to track everything, that's tough.
They're looking
That's
If I'm a ref,
unreviewable.
dude, I'm watching that happen, and I'm like, I'm seeing that ball going to Jennings, and McCaffrey catches it and takes off. I'm a ref. I'm like,
All right.
Did that just happen?
he just did it.
And then they're like, "Ooh, I have to run down the field."
Yeah.
To make sure.
It was
okay, I have to officiate this still.
it was a sick
Oh
play.
wait, I'm
regardless.
working, not
Yeah.
watching the
The
game.
setup was perfect, and Jennings waited. Granted, like you guys said, the throw kind of floated, but
He
it was
floated
perfect. He waited for the defense to
Yeah,
collapse.
you had
in
to let
on
it
him.
develop.
Yeah.
He let it collapse in on him, and he hit. And as soon as he hit McCaffrey had like 6 blockers in front of him already on guys.
Yeah.
Just went in untouched.
The announcers were like, "Oh yeah, Jawan Jennings played quarterback in high school." I'm pretty sure 90% of guys in the NFL played
A lot of
quarterback when
dudes
they were
did.
in high school. Like even the fat linemen probably played quarterback at one point in high school.
It's like,
Those guys are playing both sides of the ball. They're probably playing fullback, running back, quarterback, defensive lineman.
Doing it
They're probably
all.
punting.
It's true.
But yeah, I guess so. Outside of the game, halftime show, Usher. First half was ass, and then
They had
Alicia
us in the
Keys
first
came
half,
out,
I'm
and,
not gonna
and
lie.
from Alicia Keys on was pretty electric. I mean, they brought when all of a sudden Luda came out and he had the afro, and then you hear Lil Jon go, "Ouch!" And you're like, "All right, let's go, fire it up."
That ludicrous afro is fucking minty, dude.
That can't be real.
no, it was.
110%
No, it
real.
cannot
Definitely
be real.
is.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's like 50.
So
There's no way he still can grow an afro like that. There's no way.
did you see his fucking dance too at the end?
Yeah.
He looks so awkward.
The ending was
He's only
kinda-
46. Don't hate.
He can grow an afro at 46.
No, it was definitely fake.
Nah, that
No.
shit's real as fuck.
I'm looking at pictures of it. It's real.
No way.
Hell yeah.
It's like
I
whenever,
really don't believe that was
whenever
real.
you bring up fake afros, all I can think of, remember the Scooby-Doo movie? Where they've animated and he has like an afro in his
yeah.
This dude's had. I'm just looking on Google right now of Ludacris. This dude's had so many different hairstyles. It's not even fucking.
Yeah, he had cornrows at one point. He had
Oh, yeah.
fucking-
You can go on Men's Health and read about how Ludacris reveals how he stays sharp and shredded at 45.
Oh yeah,
Just in case you guys
I'm
are
interested.
wondering.
is
He
it
actually follows the TB12 method. That's
roller skating at the halftime show?
He wasn't
I
almost
honestly
skating.
thought that part was kind of electric.
I thought it was cool.
The roller
Yeah.
skating part, I thought it was cool. Well,
Yeah.
you know what it was is I took it as Usher knowing I was a lot of '90s kids listen to me, like that he knew who his audience was doing that.
Well, I sent you guys that meme where it was like anyone over 25
Yeah.
and Ludacris came out, and there was the Joe Rogan thing where they're all freaking out.
Yeah. Well, Mike, you got like a 14 or 15-year-old watching the Super Bowl. You think they know who the fuck Usher is? They're all like, what?
Yeah.
Who's
They're
this?
ludicrous.
No, yeah, it was solid. And Her came out and she was fucking shredding it.
That guitar
that was
solo
awesome.
fucking fire.
That was
Yeah,
sick.
that was sick. What else? Post Malone's "America the Beautiful" was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it was sick.
His teeth crack me up.
He just looks
grill.
like I get that it's grills, but it just looks like he has cavities.
Yeah.
It just looks like filling.
Well,
His teeth are just all rotted.
Even my
They're all
mom
old.
texted me afterwards. She's like, "Was that Post Malone?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "I didn't realize he can sing like that." I was like, "Yeah, he's like actually a good performer."
He's
not
actually
just that one
transitioning to
song.
country music now.
He is.
He's just
making
he's a good
country album.
performer. Regardless, I mean, he can. He literally said that this year he wants to release a country album and a metal album.
Yeah, he's like
I'm
just
in.
cause.
I'm in, dude. Well, he's just. There's always like those generational artists that like you can't really put them in a box genre wise. They kind of just like are them.
Yeah.
And he's that one. Like I think Prince was kind of like that. Obviously Michael Jackson kind of became the king of pop, but before that was him. Like he kind of just defined pop. Just like Elvis kind of defined rock. Like before the new thing came along. But like even then now there's nobody even in the same realm as Post Malone. Like
I just find it funny.
Like
You could have a Post Malone playlist with if he does come out with a metal album with a metal song, and then next can be Morning.
right. Or you
Complete
can have like
180.
fucking Spoil My Night with Sway Lee. Like
Yeah.
just completely
Yeah,
or
it's just way
Sunflower.
different.
Yeah, and that's why I love him though. He's the fucking man. I think I was saying this to my mom too. I wouldn't be shocked if like a guy like him is the halftime show next year. I think he should be it soon. As far if you think about like musicians that are more famous than him, it's like Drake and Taylor Swift. That's it.
I think I know who's going to be next.
Who do you think?
T Swift.
No, she won't.
Didn't she
Why
already
not?
do one?
No, she's never done one.
Why
But
wouldn't she do one?
She's too big. The halftime show, people who perform the halftime show don't get
Yeah,
paid.
that's
you know
true.
who's
Usually
Yeah.
it's money
Jared?
coming out of their pocket.
Huh?
It's gonna be Charlie on a
Creed.
Friday.
It could be
Oh
Charlie
my
on
God.
Friday. That'd be
The day
electric.
that happens,
No.
I'll go to
He
that
has
Super
that
Bowl.
deal with the NFL. They used his song.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not big enough yet for
Nah, I will
something
drop-
like that.
I will empty my bank account to go to that Super Bowl.
God damn, my bad.
It's
Actually,
I
probably
will
most
go
because seeing the halftime show, it's better to see it on TV anyways than
Just play the
Yeah, you
Super
see
Bowl with
more.
Gillette. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Play the Super Bowl with Gillette.
Yeah, and the brick cold.
No thanks.
Show them what real football really is.
Imagine a Snow Bowl. Super Bowl in the
Hell
snow.
yeah. Nah, it'll always
Yeah.
be in a place like Cali, Vegas, or Florida.
They only
Yeah.
have like 5 destinations that they're choosing from right now, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
I saw a
it's
bunch of
Mercedes
things
Benz
today
in
that-
Georgia. I think Hard Rock, Allegiant,
In Vegas.
Vegas, and then there was rumor that they wanted to bring it back to the Rose Bowl.
That would never happen. I don't think
I just
they'd
don't think
ever
it's
do that.
big enough
Yeah,
anymore.
that's the exact reason.
I think that the national championship for football should be at the Rose Bowl, though. I really do.
Yeah.
I think the Rose Bowl is the most prestigious building in all of college sports. Other than like, I would say, the Rose Bowl and Rosenblatt Stadium for college baseball are like the 2 most prestigious.
For college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
those
college
stadiums
sports.
can hold like fucking 100,000 people too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about like actual teams fields, like Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor that's the biggest stadium in North America. I think it's like the 3rd biggest in the world or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it seats like 120,000 people. I think the only bigger one is the one that they built in Qatar for the World Cup that like 98 people died making it, and it seats like 150,000 people or something.
Jesus.
But yeah, so that's a Super Bowl. It's officially baseball season.
Before we go on to that, I just did you guys hear any of Mahomes' interviews after the game?
He's
No.
Kermit the Frog here.
No. Yes, Kermit the Frog, but he makes it so hard sometimes to actually hate him. Because he has those
He had
days
a
where
really good line at the where he said they're like, well, now that you've won 3 Super Bowls, you're really
This
going
is
to
where I
think,
was
how much is
going.
Brady? And he said, well, it's always going to be pretty hard to compare me to Brady because he beat me in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this is where I was
I
going.
was
It's
like,
just like
that's a pretty. I can tip my cap to that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty humble thing to say.
Yeah. He says shit like that, and even in that quote, he was like, but I'm not gonna lie, like it drives me to wake up and go do shit every day. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you're making it real hard to fucking hate you, dude. But the closer you get to Brady, the more I'm gonna
Well,
hate him.
he has a lot of hatred because of the people that surround him, not
Yeah.
necessarily him. Like his wife is insufferable, and now the whole Taylor Swift shit, and like his brother.
Did you see his brother get denied entrance?
Yeah.
And then Brittany's just like,
It was like, oh
She's
well.
like, I don't know
She
what
started.
to do.
She hit
Sorry.
like a Fortnite emote on him. I was like, what?
She starts
That
doing
dude
one of
just
his
fucked.
TikTok dances. He's like, you're not coming in here.
imagine. Way too early predictions for 2025. Who wins the Super Bowl?
Patriots.
You're just
Sam, is there a way to kick somebody out of the...
Nope. Sam might be able to actually because he's a host, but
Yeah, I definitely
Hence why I
can.
said Sam.
I would rather have another number 1 pick or a top 3 pick.
same. That's more than likely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Do you want to predict winners or the way too early like actual game?
let's
Chris.
go game and then winners.
All right, let me think.
I
Someone else
think
wants to go.
it's gonna go.
It's gonna be the fucking Chiefs again, dude.
I don't think so.
It is. I already
Who
know
else
it's
is
gonna
gonna
be the
come out of the
fucking
AFC?
Chiefs again. You
I'm
put the
gonna
Chiefs in the
go-
playoffs and nobody's gonna fucking beat them.
Lions, Ravens is happening next year.
That's-
That's what I
that's
think.
I'm gonna say Lions Chiefs. I think the
I was-
Lions are
I
gonna
was
get
going
there.
with the Lions. I don't...
Lions are just a piece away, dude. They're not far off.
I don't even think they're a piece away. I think that they just had a bad second half in that game.
Yeah, they broke down in that
They were
game.
2 quarters away. They're not even a piece away. They were half an hour of football away from a Super Bowl. And I
Yeah.
think they would have matched up better against the Chiefs, I think, than the Niners.
The other thing too, like with the Chiefs, and my mom mentioned this last night too, is not because they won, but now that they did, those owners, like the Hunt family, they're gonna go out and spend whatever money they have to keep building this team, to keep
Oh yeah.
winning
You hope.
championships.
You'd hope.
So,
I mean,
they're smart. Our people here.
you have build outs like that, and I mean, football is really one of those sports where not a lot of professional sports are like it in the sense that you win a Super Bowl, you immediately make a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
Yeah.
other sports are like that. Baseball is really not like that. Basketball is really not like that. Hockey isn't. But in football, you win the Super Bowl, that's immediately a fuckload of money, whether it be in like deals, sponsorships, exposure, ticket sales, jersey sales, memorabilia. Like it immediately just upticks fucking everything.
So I'll add into. I also think it's Lions Chiefs, but I unfortunately think the Chiefs are going to win it again.
Noah Gray, Super Bowl MVP, 2025.
They just need to not let the Chiefs get into the playoffs. I just wish they were in a tougher division.
I know.
Like their division is so ass. It's
Well,
not even.
The Chiefs have what the Patriots have with the AFC East for all those fucking years right now, where just every team around them is just so bad.
And now the AFC East is nasty.
Yeah.
Patriots.
Yeah.
See the Bills and the Dolphins, like
We had a
We're
good-
getting our
good run.
comeuppance.
yeah, I mean a good run is an understatement.
I
And
literally
arguably
said that. I said
the
that
best
last
run in the
night.
history of football.
I was like, we really were like lucky, huh? And my mom's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you were.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
was
the
like,
thing is now, like you see the
Yeah.
Chiefs doing what they're doing now, and you hate them, and then like,
Like
that's
damn,
what the
everyone
rest
else
of the
felt.
world did
Yep.
to
yeah,
us.
that's
for
everyone else
20
felt.
years.
Yeah, so you can't really be mad about it. You kind of just, like I say all the time, tip the cap and move on. Which is
I'll
I'll
say
tip
this.
my cap to Mahomes. Kelsey, he bugs.
I'll
he's
say
a,
this.
he's
so,
a cringe lord.
Yeah.
He go, oh God. Ugh.
Hey,
I like to
Sam,
know, did
Sam,
you
Sam,
see,
Sam,
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, that shit
And
was
say
so
it
great.
like, what?
Did you see Rice, the receiver for the Chiefs, fucking ran into I forget the kid's last name, but it was the kid who played the brother on Wizards of Waverly Place, ran into him on the field like during the celebration, and he was stoked out of his mind.
Oh,
He
seriously?
was so excited. He was like, "Holy shit!" Like asked him for a picture and shit.
That's
And
awesome.
the dude was like, "Yeah, man, sure." It's
like, you
fucking
just won
awesome.
a Super Bowl. You want to take a picture with
Yeah.
me?
Hey,
not
he's
to
probably trying to get an in with Selena.
Not to bring up like T Swizzle and Kelsey again, but we were looking it up last night. Their net worths. Do you know how much Taylor Swift is worth?
Over $1 billion,
$3 billion,
isn't it?
I think.
Nah, Sam's close. 1.1 billion.
Yeah, say she just broke $1 billion like earlier this
I know she
last
said
year.
making another $1 billion from the tour too.
I believe it.
Nah,
you
she
know
won't
what
make $1
Kelsey's
billion
net
from a
worth
tour.
is?
You know where she's gonna get some more money?
500 million.
When
Chris.
No, it's like
Who,
not even
Kelsey?
200 probably.
You're still not even close.
Really?
100.
Like is 100? 60
No.
maybe? Really?
Lower? What's his contract?
His net worth is 40 mil.
Oof.
A lot of people, if you ask like wealthy people, they say a lot of those net worth things are bullshit.
Which
Because the thing is net worth is calculated based on assets, not how much money you have.
right.
I don't know why I thought he had a way bigger contract. I'm thinking baseball. That's why. 5-year, $46 million contract.
Like if you look up Shohei Ohtani's net worth, it's not $700 million.
Yeah.
Like it's based on assets
Yeah.
and like investments and stuff like that.
Taylor Swift's
Yeah.
gonna make a whole bunch of more money in a few months when Kelsey dumps her and she writes a new album.
Just about
Calling it
him.
right now.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That's the only good part about Taylor Swift dating Travis
It's
Kelce.
going to be called "He Got a Ring, but Not for Me."
Is the downfall?
That was pretty quick
That
off
was
the
a good
jump.
one.
Right?
No. It's gonna be two songs. One of them is "He Got a Ring," and then another.
Next
song
one is gonna be
"Not
Not
for Me."
Not for me. That's like the meme. Somebody call an ambulance.
But not for me. Anyways, that'll be the best part about this whole dating thing with them is the Chiefs' downfall brought to you by Taylor Swift's new album in 2 years.
Nah, they're gonna get married and there'll be a divorce and it's gonna be all planned for.
They're
like,
gonna get married before next football season.
Yeah, I agree.
would
Probably.
bet on it.
I bet they won't get married, but they'll be like engaged.
He already bought her a house.
No,
Why
he
did
did
he-
not buy her a house. They
Yes,
moved
he did.
into her house.
You think he bought her a house?
Yes.
I thought she
No.
moved into his house.
She
No.
wipes her ass
He
with
moved-
$1,000 bills. You
he-
think he's buying her a
Dude.
house?
He moved into her mansion.
Any house that he'd buy her would be like a shed compared to hers.
Yeah. Yeah, you only make 40 mil. I got 1.1 billion just sitting in the bank. What's up?
Make 40 mil. That's how much my plane cost.
Yeah,
Yikes. A lot of people are
She goes,
giving her
40 mil? That's cute. I made that in Japan.
a lot of people are giving her a lot
After one
of
show.
shit for that.
For what?
For what?
The
How
plane
often
thing?
she uses her private planes, yeah.
Oh,
I
didn't
know.
she
It's
also
a-
say
it's
that
a
she lets her
lot.
friends use it too?
Everyone fucking
It's like-
does that though. That's
like
the
you're
only
not
thing
helping.
that-
No,
But
but
I
she
think
has
we-
like several, and she like charters them like to places she's gonna be, so they can like pick her up and shit. Like it's
And I think what
it's
people
aggressive.
get irritated by is she's like this huge like climate activist and this and that.
That's the
It's,
only
it's
thing
for
that-
face,
that-
saving
yeah.
face. It's good PR.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Anyways, that's enough football and
She wasn't
that-
on the
that
agenda.
bitch. It's baseball season now, boys. It's
Damn
baseball
fucking
season.
right it is.
Pitchers and catchers report Wednesday.
On my birthday.
Birthday.
Every year. It's the best. Speaking
That's
of
weird.
which,
I
I
don't recall
noticed
anybody asking.
I want you to find the nearest shovel and shove it up your ass. And when you're done, you'll feel something deep in there. And when you're done digging it out, it'll be this. It'll be me, just a middle finger, just like this, just like that.
I don't. Can I put this tumbler bottle up there? Will that do? It's a Red Sox.
That's
No.
not big enough.
That's too. That's yeah. Not yeah. That's you could throw that thing down there like a hot dog down a hallway right now. Yeah. So we had truck day coming up on Wednesday. I think they already did like partial truck day, right?
No, they did truck day. It was
Yeah,
last week.
Like did the actual one? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, that's why I put in like lack thereof because I know
I
I
didn't
don't
see the Red
follow
Sox
it
post
as
anything
much.
about it. I saw the Woo Sox post about it though.
That's what I'm saying. Like the way I found out about it is
Yeah.
listening to Greg Hill on my way to work.
Yeah,
and
you know
one
what?
of their
'Cause the Red
guys
Sox
was
didn't
down
want
there.
anyone to show up because they knew what would happen.
It's actually a good point. If they announce like, "Oh, we're doing truck day. It's gonna be leaving at this time," and people show up, and fucking people picketing outside of Fenway.
They had a live stream of like outside Fenway, like loading up the truck and whatnot. And the guy from WEEI was like, or one guy in the studio was like, "Oh, there's a fan," and the guy on like at Fenway was like, "No, that's just a passerby." They're like walking to work at
He's
7 o'clock
on his
in
way
the
to
morning.
work. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
it's like
only
no, that's not a fan.
45 days away from opening day in Seattle.
Woohoo!
Aren't they? They're doing the series in Korea too. The Dodgers are playing like the week before. I think it's a preseason series, but they're playing in Korea.
Pitchers and
March 20th and 21st.
Who are they playing?
Dodgers.
Dodgers who?
Dodgers and Padres. Who the Padres don't even have a fucking outfield, so I don't know who the hell.
They just signed Jurickson Profar today, so they have a third outfielder.
Third? Thought they only had two.
No, it's their third.
Who's their third one?
I don't know. But when I saw it, they said that was the third outfielder officially listed on their 40-man roster.
Oh, so they only have three.
So it's Profar, and who are the other two?
Trent Grisham, is he still there?
No, he went to the Yankees with Soto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Just looking ahead, I know it's 45 days away, but that Thursday, are we staying up to watch opening day?
What time is it at 10?
10:10, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I
up
feel
that
like we
time
have
anyways.
to.
I'm pretty much awake.
I'm going to be up there. I'm always
Pretty
up
much
early
awake
anyways.
my ass, Cam.
I'm awake later than you.
Yeah, never hanging out with your friends.
You
Just
both,
'cause I
go
said-
to, you both go to bed at 9:15 on Friday nights.
Listen.
So, I just looked up MLB.com. They're 40-man for the Padres right now. They
Yeah.
only have two. Jose Azocar and Fernando Tatis Jr.
So then they just
They just signed, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So that's
gonna be a
it for
really
left center
good
and
outfield.
I don't think Azokar's played in the majors yet.
Yeah, I think he broke in last year.
Late last year, maybe.
Yeah.
'Cause I know he's on their prospect list.
See, like this is a load of garbanzo beans, dude. Fucking our first 10 games are all on the West Coast.
I hate these.
Fucking suck me.
Remember in 2021 when we started
Spin
like
zone.
that?
I like the West Coast games.
Not
'Cause I can
21.
I can lay in bed and watch the games.
The 19 season
Oh,
where
you're not
we
gonna stay
started
up
like
and
that?
talk with your friends?
I mean, I can bring my laptop into bed.
What'd you say, Cam?
The 19 season when we started that 10 game. That's the only thing I can think of whenever I hear, starting in the West Coast. Is
All
in
I know is
2019,
West
we're supposed
Coast
to-
is the 2018 World Series where the game didn't finish till 3 in the morning and fucking Ian Kinsler had me
Fuck you,
edging
Ian
for
Kinsler.
4 innings.
I don't know. It's nice because we start with 10 games on the West Coast and then we have a 10-game home stretch.
just to go 0-20 to start the season.
Okay, hey, I'm telling you right now, if we don't win a single game against the Mariners, A's, Angels, Orioles, Angels again, or Guardians, I'm fucking...
There's no
I
team in
don't
the
even
MLB. Genuinely, the A's should lose every single game.
I was gonna say, sorry, Chris.
Like,
We'll be
genuinely.
3-7. We're not gonna lose the A's. We're not that
I'm just
bad.
saying, we should consider tickets on April 27th. It's Taco and Tequila Fest.
Who they playing?
The Cubs. It's a 4-10 game on a Saturday.
Little Seiya Suzuki and Dansby Swansbuckler.
We should go on
Bellinger will
Marathon
be
Monday.
back.
What do you say, Jerry?
I said
Marathon
we
Monday.
should go on Marathon Monday. Then go down and watch the... Didn't we do that one year? Was it...
No, we went to Little Dicky on Marathon Monday.
Marathon Monday is also
Oh,
Jackie
that's right.
Robinson Day, right? This
What
year,
day
I
is
think
it?
that's how it falls. April
the
15th.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is Jackie Robinson Day.
11:10 a.m. versus the Guardians.
I'm down.
Go
Book
see
it.
the Sox game. Go see the finish.
I'll have to see if my
go
new
to the
company's
finish line?
closed. I don't know what holidays they have.
Is it mass based?
No.
Then probably not.
Yeah.
I don't have it off, but I just take it off. So yeah, we'll stay on the Red Sox train, and then we'll go into the MLB talk.
I'm just
after.
going through their whole schedule right now, seeing if there's any good matchups on here.
Well, they play everybody. They're playing the Rockies in
That's
Colorado this year.
Sad.
Oh, the Padres come back to Boston this year. Bogart's return. I know that for a fact because I looked last year and they didn't come last year, and they switch it off every year.
And they probably play in LA this year. They won't play the Dodgers at Fenway.
Yeah.
They do play in LA. Yeah, that's in July, I believe. Yeah, middle of July. That's when they play the Rockies as well. That same stretch.
Do they have a game on July 29th?
July 29th is home against the Mariners.
Oh.
What day of the
India
week is that?
celebration night. It's a Monday.
So what?
India celebration.
To celebrate your birthday and your heritage, Jerry.
No, we have to go the next day, the 30th.
Why? What's
Why?
the 30th?
It's Jerry Day. whatever the hell that
No.
means.
Buy the tickets
I
now.
bet you it's like if your name is Jerry, you get something. So we're gonna go.
Wait, or is there a Jerry Remy bobblehead?
No, because I would say
Yeah,
Jerry
Jerry Day.
Remy.
It's probably
It's actually it's jury day. You show up, you're automatically assigned to jury duty.
No,
Yeah,
it's
tragic.
Wait, I just
Jerry
saw it.
Springer,
No, Jerry Garcia.
Grateful Dead.
That is cool.
Join
Yeah.
us at America's most beloved ballpark in the summer night moonlight on Tuesday, July 30th, as we celebrate the legacy of the legendary Jerry Garcia.
Spin Zone. I heard you say Moonlight. Crazy thing that I saw today, or no, this is last week. I didn't see this today. The Guardians home opener in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
The first inning is going to be played underneath a total eclipse.
Oh, that's sick.
That's pretty cool.
The first time since like 1896 a full solar eclipse has passed over Cleveland.
That's sick.
I would like to just once again ask Sam Gallagher on the record for his financial support in providing me with his MLB TV subscription.
That's
Please,
T-Mobile.
thank
That's
you.
not me. That's T-Mobile.
Well, you pay for T-Mobile, therefore
Yeah,
I
right.
am once again asking you for your financial support.
They added the MLS TV package too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I
That
got
shit's so
T-Mobile.
clutch. Me and Sam link up beginning of March every year. All right.
I feel like it's been for like 10 years at this point.
I gotta
Like
get that.
literally
Planning.
for forever.
Great.
You want to go into the Sam Kennedy Theo things? I think Cam, you were the one that added that, and you saw
No,
some.
Jared, what are you talking about with this? I saw the same thing, but this is yours. So
I mean, we talk about it every single week. That they say one thing, then they do a different thing, and then somebody else from the organization says something. Like one article I saw, they say like they're bringing Theo back in, and he's going to have this major say in like the Red Sox, but like not be in charge of personnel. But then Kennedy comes out and is like, well, no, just kidding. He's not going to be doing that. He's going to have like a large say across all the businesses. And it's just, it goes back to what we always talk about. We just want them to be honest with us. Just tell us what you're doing. Don't flip back and forth and say you're going to do this and then do that or not do this. And it's just irritating.
With the inconsistency of the ownership group and seeing how quickly when the Orioles sold, how quickly, like when you get a group of investors that actually care about the team winning, how quickly the culture changes and how quickly the feel of the team changes. It just like, I want them to sell so bad. Like
maybe they'll sell to Theo.
They're saying that baseball teams are expensive, and then they go and invest $3 billion in the PGA. And they couldn't invest it at a worse time where they're in a bunch of lawsuits and they're going through the back and forth with Liv. Like, it just like, it seemed so unbelievably backhanded. And it just pisses me off.
Like this one article I'm looking at, they say we need to do the right things in the baseball operation and get the team back to where we belong. Explaining Theo's role. And then a different article, it goes in and says he's not going to be involved in day-to-day operations of the Red Sox.
Which I don't understand how you can't have him involved in the day-to-day. Like, given his track record and his history.
Because I think
he's got to have a hand in the pot.
From what I've seen, it's a lot of, like, they say, oh, he's interested in ownership. And it's, like, ownership in Fenway Sports Group. So, like, sprinkled across all of the teams and businesses and stuff that they own. That's why they're saying it's not specific to the Red Sox.
If you look across sports, right, and like we talked about it last week, those giant investment groups that have like these, like the biggest investment groups that own bunches and bunches of teams, those ones have some success, but the success is fairly marginalized across all of the teams that they own.
I'm pretty convinced, I'm pretty confident that I can say this with some conviction, that those big investment groups are bad for sports in general.
100%. I mean, look at the fucking Chiefs.
Yeah.
It's a family that owns it.
Yeah.
Like, you want people with actual investment. Like say what you want about the Mets and all that shit, but you got an owner that fucking loves the Mets.
Yeah.
He loves the fucking Mets, and he's putting his money where his mouth is because he wants the team to fucking be good.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like it's just they're taking on too much and not
Exactly.
investing
Same
what
thing
they
with
need
the
to be.
Padres is the same thing too.
So that's what this article says, Chris. It literally is like Epstein was brought back into the fold, at least in part, due to the Red Sox ownership privately acknowledging that they have at times not given the club the attention it has deserved in recent years.
They haven't
The
since
FSG
2018.
portfolio has
They haven't done shit.
What is bringing him in going to solve if you're not willing to spend the money?
Exactly. And it's like, oh, we're going to bring him in to help, but he's not going to deal specifically with the Red Sox.
Well, the thing is, like,
Right.
yeah, you're bringing him on operations, but he's sitting at a table with the guys who have the money in it. You know what I
And
mean?
like-
So you
like we
can
said-
you can bring the horse to water, can't make it drink. He's going to try to
Yeah.
give them everything he can, but that doesn't mean they're going to bite.
I think
Yeah.
they
We
just
said that
need to
last
give
week,
Theo
too.
a checkbook and call it a day.
Just be like, here, do what, like, do
Do
your
what
thing,
you do
know?
to make us win.
Like how? What
Make
were
us
they?
good.
Were they the second or third biggest sports
Third.
investment group?
Third, I'm
Third.
looking at
How
it
are you
now.
the third biggest investment group in the world, operating? Red Sox have to be one of their most profitable franchises. Red Sox have to be one of the most recognizable franchises in all of sports. It's a brand. And how do you have all of this money in on things and you're having spending problems with the team? Like, how are you not allotting more money towards a thing that's going to bring you more money if you put more money into it? That's how baseball works. People aren't going to fucking show up if you don't have a good field product.
That's a
Like, it's not like fucking football where there's 16, 17 games in a season and your team can still suck, but you got diehard fans. There's not that many games to go through, so people are going to fucking show up. The fucking Browns used to pack out the stadiums when they fucking would lose every single game. Baseball is a fucking grind, and if you don't put your money where your mouth is and you don't start with the fans and address why fans are upset, you're going to tank financially. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yep.
It's
March
just sad.
28th. March 28th needs to hurry up. I can't.
Well,
I
and then
can't-
we can kind of segue off of that into now they announced that Netflix is doing two different documentaries on the Red Sox. One for the 2004 team, which I get that it's 20 years. But then they're going to do a documentary on the 2024 Red Sox, like Hard Knocks style. Of all times
Why?
to do it, why now? Like, just why now? Maybe it may.
make
I
us
just-
a laughing stock.
John
John
Henry's going to buy Netflix. That's why.
All I can hope is that Netflix approached them and they did not approach Netflix. That's all I can hope. I hope Netflix had the idea for the show and were like, oh, this team's in fucking turmoil. Although, if they look for a team in turmoil, wouldn't you go to the fucking Athletics? That would be the most interesting one.
The
It would be
Athletics might have-
super interesting to they could have turned it down, maybe.
Yeah, the Athletics
So I
might have
think-
said no. Because
I
the
think
big push
outside
for
the
this,
Athletics, the Red Sox are probably the most like tumultuous team right now.
and the big push for the Red Sox to get it was Nick Pivetta, who's the head of the head of the Players Association on the players side at least. So makes sense
The other
that
thing-
combination there, but I don't know.
The other thing too, do you think if, like, say it was the Athletics, like, I know, like, you guys are big baseball heads, you'd probably watch that, but whereas, like, how historic the Red Sox are, do you think, like, that's why they chose the Red Sox? Because it's like, doesn't matter where you're from.
I don't
like,
think the
people will
history
watch
thing
it
really
about
has
the
anything
Sox.
to do with it. They're looking for something that is
They
going to
want
make for a
content.
good exactly. They're looking for something that's going to make
Yeah.
a good series or documentary.
You're not gonna go fucking do a Hard Knock series on the Guardians.
Why
Like,
not?
just a very middle tier team that doesn't have anything exciting going on. There's nothing there. There's no
I think
meat on
they
that
should do it
bone.
about my Kansas City Royals.
The Royals are going to win that division this year.
No
I really
shit,
think that they are.
Damn fucking right.
And considering the division that they're in, it's not that crazy to say that they're going to win that division either.
Now that
They're-
division's ass.
Yeah, it's the worst division in baseball. Honestly, both central divisions in both leagues are the two
Yeah.
worst divisions in baseball.
I won't even
Yeah.
ask about my Nationals. I know that answer.
Yeah, it ain't going to be good.
Nope.
We went over Jared's projected starting lineup, and I think he's heard of like one guy.
Yep.
There's even like two guys that I hadn't heard of. I was like, who
I
the
think
fuck
the
is
one
that?
guy I heard of was because of you guys talking about, like, Peaches people on this podcast. That's the only reason why
It was
I knew.
probably Caber Ruiz. You got Joey
Let's check
Meneses.
Roto
you got-
Champs projected standings for this upcoming year. NL East, Washington Nationals finishing in dead last at 63 and 99.
Nice.
Under 100. Under 100.
Yep. Let's go to Cam's NL East. Oh, nope. Just kidding. NL Central. Sorry. Pittsburgh Pirates, 74 and 88.
Is that third?
Nope. Dead last.
Really?
Really?
No,
So
So
this would be a tight division, top to bottom.
I'll go through ours and then I can break it down real quick. Colorado Rockies, also 63 and 99. And then this one, not sitting right with me. The Royals, they have them projected at 73 and 89.
When did these come out though?
Updated 2/12/24.
I think I could see the.
So today,
I think the Royals. I think the Royals will finish. I'm gonna say.
They'll be above 500.
I'm gonna say 86 and 76.
They have the fucking Tigers finishing above us. Give me a break.
And they lost Erod too. So
Did the
makes
Tigers
you
sign
wonder.
anyone, or did they just lose people?
I don't know. That's
I'm
another.
curious about the West. Do they have where they have the Diamondbacks at 2? Padres 3?
Opening day lineup. Let me look this up real quick, and then all right. So standings. I'll go American League first. Yankees, Jays, Rays, Orioles, Red Sox.
What they got the Sox at?
82 and 80.
That's generous.
They have this division very tight. So they have the Yankees at 91 and 71,
Oh,
Jays
Jesus.
87 and 75, Rays 86 and 76, Orioles 86 and 76.
I just don't know how you can keep predicting the Yankees are going to win that division.
yeah.
I just don't know how.
They've not.
I
been
don't
good.
know how.
I mean, I think if you look at it on like if you're just taking it for what it is and looking at their roster on paper, they should. They probably should. Given their
guess.
pitching, their rotation, and guys' history. But if you take it for what it is, like if you're an actual baseball fan and you've looked at the numbers and you've dissected this a little bit more
The
than
Orioles
just a
are
base
going to
level
win the
fan,
division, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm also going to go out early and
And the
say this.
Orioles have just got fucking Corbin Burns.
Yeah.
And Means is coming back.
I'm going to go out and say this. I said this last year. I was wrong, and I keep saying it year over year until it happens. The Rays are going to fucking fall off a cliff this year. They're going to be in dead last again. Fuck the way they do
with
baseball.
the thing with the Rays is as soon as that plan fails, they are so royally fucked.
Oh, yeah. And I can't wait for it. I'm just praying on it.
Given
I keep picking it.
given how bad this AL Central division is, call me crazy. Looking at this projected lineup in 2024 starting rotation for the Tigers, I could see them doing a little bit of damage.
Well, they got like Casey Mize, Tarek Skubal.
So starting in no particular order, starting rotation, they have 6 guys listed: Tarek Skubal,
Yeah.
Casey Mize, Jack Flaherty,
I forgot
Kenta
to go.
Maeda, Matt
did just get
Manning,
Kenta.
and Reese Olson, who are 2 relatively young.
Who did Matt Manning play for last year? Was it them?
He was with them, yeah.
I thought he played for somebody else. He had a decent year though, if I remember correctly.
Let's see.
Isn't their bullpen dog shit though?
Let's see. Their bullpen is Ronan Garcia, Brendan White, Mason Englert, Alex Fado, Joey Wentz, Bo Brisky, Shelby Miller, Miguel Diaz, Andrew Chafin, Tyler Holton, Will Vest, Jason Foley, and Alex Lange. So, yeah,
Shout out
pretty-
Andrew Chafin, best facial hair in baseball. But how the fuck is Shelby Miller on a major league roster? I think he had a 51 overall in MLB last year.
Oh.
Fucking
and then
get Mickey Janis before you get him.
their lineup really isn't that bad either. Parker
Especially
Meadows, I'm
big
not-
years from like guys like Kerry Carpenter and
Well, so we'll get to that a little, but Parker Meadows, I don't even know who that is. If somebody wants to do a little research on him, but Parker Meadows, Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Kerry Carpenter, Mark Canna, Colt Keith, who's a fucking beast,
yeah.
Javi Baez, Zach McKinstry, Jake Rogers.
And McKinstry and Rogers have both proven that when they're hot, they are really fucking good hitters.
But even their bench has young guys who are like Matt Vierling is on the bench who had a
One of the
pretty good
fastest
year
players
last
in
year.
baseball.
Akil Badu, they have Carson Kelly as a backup catcher. Like,
Really?
they're really not that.
So
bad.
is that who
Well-
the starting catcher is? That kid?
Jake
Good.
Rogers?
Oh, really?
Parker
Eric Haas,
Meadows.
is he gone?
Who?
Eric Haas?
Parker
don't know where he
Meadows
went.
has spent 5 seasons in the minors with the Tigers. He played 37 games in the majors, probably at the end of the season last year for them.
Mm.
Hit 232 batting average, 331 OBP, 368 slug. So just a bat, really.
Yeah.
He hasn't done much at all.
Eric Haas went to the Brewers.
Hmm.
I guess we can kind of. I don't know. You got something? I was gonna.
I was
So
just going to
transition.
running through these standings real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I just took while Chris is real quick. I want to go back
Go
to
ahead,
the
Jim.
Rays.
Mhm.
Guess who's still technically on their 40-man roster?
Wander.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna.
I believe it.
What
He
happened?
He probably has to be for like financial reasons.
I thought they weren't paying him. I thought they cut his check off completely.
I think
Yeah, I
it's
don't
suspended.
think he's getting
it's
paid while
suspended
he's
pay.
on administrative. I don't think he's
Okay.
getting paid on administrative leave. Administration.
Well, I think it's suspended pay. So if he comes back, he'll get the
Get back like back.
He's
pay.
not. He's never going to
And
play in
he's
the
not
major leagues
coming back.
again.
Oh,
I'm
No,
just
he's going,
shocked.
he's going to prison.
I'm shocked that he's still on a 40-man.
He's
still on
literally
the
going to go to prison.
Isn't
Yeah,
he
part
dodging
of
the
it.
cops right now?
Part of his prison conditions is he's actually responsible for coaching the youth little league program.
That's smart.
Now they're going to make a
What is
longest
this, the
yard
longest
baseball
yard?
edition. Yeah,
And Wander Franco's gonna lead it.
yeah. Got
The
Wander
longest
Franco. You
distance.
got that guy who played for the Pirates that got caught for like the same thing.
Caught
Remember he was-
kids.
No,
He was the
yeah, it was
reliever.
the lefty
Wasn't it
reliever.
Vasquez, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Jose Vasquez, I think, or something like
Felipe,
that.
I think, or wasn't it?
Felipe Vasquez sounds right.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
But he he got caught and he was gone off the face of the earth like instantly. It
Yeah.
was like, see you later, dude.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
All right, so we did AL East. Do we all think the Orioles are winning the AL East? Or
Yes.
we
I
have
think so.
something different? Jerry, thoughts?
Their lineup is so fucking deep.
Yeah, Jared doesn't. Jared
Jared's
has.
like, sure, I'll go with you guys.
Yeah, this
Jared
the
goes
Yankees-
Patriots to win the division? Yes.
All Jared knows is the Red Sox are finishing dead last.
Yeah,
Nah.
that I know. The
Nah,
Yankees
Red Sox
will
will
I
be
don't
be
think they are. I
the
agree.
Yankees will
Fourth
hit
place.
a hot streak and then plummet at the end of the season like they normally do.
And the Rays
then
will
it'll
start
be a
hot and
toss-up.
fizzle out through the middle and heat back up towards the end, as they
I'm
always do.
convinced the Rays are going to be a dumpster fire this year.
I hope so.
The Orioles will be like consistently good, and then the Blue Jays, you'll be like, oh no, they're gonna win, and then they'll just implode on themselves.
The Orioles could be
Like
dark
they do.
horses for the World Series this year, honestly.
I don't even think
I
dark
think
horse.
it's a dark horse, yeah.
No, I
Maybe
think
not
they're
dark horse,
legit.
but they could, yeah.
I think
Like,
they're
What
a
did they
contender.
finish last year?
They won 100 games.
Yeah.
They won like
Yeah.
102 games, I think. They won the division. They lost in the pennant, or
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry,
They were-
in the ALDS to the Rangers.
101 and 60.
Ranger.
All right, continue, Chris, with those.
All right,
I'm
next
curious
one.
what they got.
AL Central. They got Twins, Guardians, Tigers, Royals, White Sox.
And that's got to be a knotted division too. That's got to be super tight, right?
It's not as tight as the AL East. So it goes Twins 87-75, Guardians 80 and 82 in second place. That's fucking
Imagine
wild.
winning a division with 87 wins. That's
Yeah.
I
fucked.
was just gonna say that.
It should literally be if you win a division and you have under 90 wins, you shouldn't even make the playoffs. So just go to the next best team with 90 wins.
They just eliminate that.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
been
you're-
convinced for the
you're
last couple
done.
seasons it should have been like just the top 7 teams.
They should go to like the NHL and NBA format.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that in football. It's
Mm.
just top. You have your division winners that get, the
They-
top 4 seeds, and then. But I agree, it's kind of ass that, especially in this division, like the Twins very well could win 85-ish games and win that division.
Mhm.
That's
I'm gonna
gross.
guess the AL West is as follows: the Rangers.
No.
They have the Astros at 1,
Mm-hmm.
so it's Astros, Rangers.
What? Oh,
Oh for 2.
They have the Mariners at 2 over the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
How does the fuck does that make any fucking sense?
They have the Mariners and the Rangers tied.
So you have Angels, you have 8. Let me try this again. Astros, Mariners, Rangers, Angels, Athletics.
Yeah.
How many losses? What do they have the A's at?
67 and 95.
under 100.
He's being better than the Rockies.
They have
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Do they play
Yeah.
this year? When they have to play. When the A's and Rockies play, that's my World Series. Rockies better beat the living fuck out of the A's. Nolan
No,
Jones
the
is going to hit 13 home runs.
No, you know what it should be? It needs to be the Rockies Nationals because they have the two of you projected for the worst records in baseball.
All right, lock it in. If they have a 4-game series, it'd be pretty minty.
We're recording a
Order my hat
podcast on that one.
All right.
I'm ordering
Actually,
the hoodie too.
What is it? Rockies versus Nationals.
How the
2024.
fuck do they have those teams being worse than the A's? Like how? Who did they? The A's just signed like 2 starters, didn't they? And they signed like Alex Wood and somebody else.
Rockies and Nats play twice. Well, 2
Where did
series. June 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and then
In
August.
Denver?
I think those ones are in Denver, yeah.
All right, Jared, we're going.
Oh.
We're going to Denver.
He
When's
goes,
the
what?
one in DC?
Oh.
When's the one in DC?
August.
That's true. That one's probably more doable.
In August in
August?
DC?
If it's like a weekend, I'm down to drive down there.
It's gonna
It's if you want to look real quick, it's
95,
August
okay, but
20th, 21st, and 22nd. While Sam is
that is
doing
the
that,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's
Yeah.
a no-go, sorry.
moving on to
That's
the National
unfortunate.
League. I want Cam to give his rundown on how he thinks this one's going to go first, and then I'll hear from the other two of you. I know Jared probably has zero clue.
Who?
But
I got no idea.
I want Cam.
The
I
NL
want
East?
your prediction for how this NL East is going to shape up.
And don't tell him if he's right or wrong until I go.
Oh, boy.
You should be looking it up over there either, you cheater.
He is.
Cam,
I see your
there
screen.
we go.
No,
Your
not.
screen
Cam,
change.
Cam.
What?
There's
What?
one option for the first team. There's one option.
I'm spacing.
You know when your face changes
I don't feel great.
when your face changes brightness, we know you're looking it up
Yeah.
on the Google
It's
machine.
so it's gonna be Washington.
On the
Right.
Google machine.
From the bottom to the top, you're talking?
No, from the top.
Oh,
No,
great.
What
it'll
is
be
this?
Atlanta,
NL what? East?
Atlanta,
Okay.
Miami,
Okay.
Philly, the
Okay.
Mets, and then Washington.
I'm going to say Atlanta, Philly, New York, Miami, and Washington. And I think that Philly, Miami, and New York will be pretty tight standings wise.
Yeah, so they have the Braves winning the division by 13 games. Not even
Was
close.
I right? Top 5?
Yeah.
5 in a row?
Yeah.
You said by 25 games?
13.
13.
games.
Oh, I thought you said 25. Holy shit.
Then they have the
They're going to
Phillies
win
at
130 games?
They might. Phillies at 86 and 76, Mets at 80 and 82, Marlins at 79 and 83, and then Nats at 63 and 99.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I get a pair of sweatpants too to go with the hoodie.
You can get the shoes too, maybe a sweatband.
Right.
I got my
Yeah, we'll just-
Royals gear. I got my
Why not
pullover
just
and
go
hat.
all in?
So I got
I
Rocky
gotta
stuff
get my
too.
pirate
I'm
stuff.
gonna get some more. I think I'll get some more this year. Get like the powder blue T-shirt or something. All
actually
right,
gonna go-
Sam,
I'm
you
gonna
run,
do a
you run
little
it
shopping
down
right now.
for the NL Central. Let's hear your.
All right, so I'm gonna say I got this division.
It's
Always escapes my brain.
Brewers, Pirates, Reds, Cubs, Cardinals are the teams.
Okay,
Ooh,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
say Milwaukee 1, St. Louis 2, Reds 3, Pirates 4, Cubs 4, Pirates 5.
Okay, Cam, any other
The fuck,
predictions?
dude? No, yeah, I got Pirates 1.
You're telling me
yeah.
you're telling me they're not the worst team in that division on paper.
No, they are. I have the Cubs 1, Milwaukee 2, Cincinnati 3, St. Louis 4, and Pittsburgh 5.
Jared, any input?
I was just shopping for my nationals.
Okay, fair enough.
If anyone's
Um,
interested, there's free shipping on the shop.
Sick.
Great, yeah. When they charge you $130 for a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
hat was like
Okay, gotcha.
$70. So that's
NL Central goes Cardinals 1, Cubs 2, Reds 3, Brewers 4, Pirates 5. Brewers
Remember
lost
when
a
Sam was
lot
obsessed
of
with the Brewers?
pieces.
Yeah, the Brewers did lose a lot, but I bet that'll be just like the AL Central. I bet you that
So
division
this
is pretty
division
tight.
is about as tight as you can get. They got Cardinals winning it at 85 and 77.
Jesus Lord, You're telling me the Red Sox are going to finish dead last in the East, and they're going to be 3 games behind the Cardinals?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
two
God.
is the Cubs at 82 and 80. The Reds at third, 79 and 83. Brewers in fourth at 79 and 83, and then Pirates at 74 and 88.
Yeah, that's fucking really tight.
It's
How did you can get?
tight, but
This is super off topic, but every time I hear the Brewers, I just think of Sam's obsession with the Brewers and Ryan Braun. And what's he up to now?
He's probably doing more steroids.
He's selling steroids. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
actually
he's
By far
actually
my
selling.
favorite.
He's selling
By far
anabolic
my
steroids.
favorite year of fantasy baseball. That was amazing. But
he actually
Hey, some
pulled the
might say I
Delonte
had
West.
some insider information. My whole team got popped on the steroid list. Shout out Ryan Braun and Melky Cabrera, 1 and 2.
fuck Melky.
Ryan Braun had like 35 home runs at the All-Star break, and Melky Cabrera was hitting like 390. Then they both popped and were just gone. And I started the season 13-0 and finished 13-12. Fucking game after that.
Jerry, you getting in on fantasy baseball this year or what?
did you guys do it last year?
Yeah.
We got a big league,
We
actually,
need one more
We do need one
person.
more
to even it out.
Sure, why not? I'll do what I usually do and not pay attention.
No,
to
we
it.
can't have that. You gotta be
Yeah,
dialed.
you're not
All right,
invited.
then. Never mind.
All right,
I can
NL
handle it
West.
for the football season, not for
All right.
160.
Yeah, NL
I
West,
want-
we'll get to the Olympics, then we
Jared,
gotta do our Mount
take-
Rushmore. We're getting to an
all right,
hour.
Jared. Yeah, that's fine. Jared, write
Yeah, let's
these
hear it.
write these team names down, and I want you to give a quick.
Okay, wait, hold on. Stand by.
I want to hear what Jared's going in blind here. See what he comes up with.
Well, let him go first then, because he'll take what Sam and I say.
he's
and-
going first.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jerry?
I don't know which screen Word document's going to open up on.
You have a phone.
Hold on.
You have 60
This is easy.
All right, Jared, I'm
notebooks
gonna give them
behind
to you because I got. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep,
Start with
go.
Sam. He's ready.
We got Le Dodgers of Los Angeles.
Okay.
You have the Diamondbacks. You have the Giants. You have the Padres. And you have the greatest show on turf, the Colorado Rockies.
More like the
Okay.
Colorado ass cheeks. Am I right?
All right,
All right,
so I'm
Jerry,
ranking
what you
them 1
got?
to 5.
Yep.
Sam's unamused.
I'm going to go Dodgers 1.
Hooray!
Let's go. Why do I feel like the Diamondbacks had a good season last year?
They went to the
What
fucking
about
World
the-
Series, you nimwit!
Oh. And the Diamondbacks number 2.
He goes. Oh.
They literally,
Shows you how much I
they
played.
literally took the World Series to what, 6 games?
Why do I feel like they had a good year last year? What?
7? Was it 7?
I think it was.
I can't remember.
No, it was 6, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Diamondbacks 2.
Good call. Good call. Let's see.
Padres,
This is the make
Giants,
or break pick
Rockies.
because after that, it's this. That's what I had. That's what I had.
I had Giants, Padres, Rockies.
Yeah, Dodgers, D-backs, Giants, Padres, Rockies.
I feel like the Giants Padres will probably be pretty close.
Yeah.
All right. Transitioning into the new proposals for the 2028 Summer Olympics that they want to add baseball and include professional players.
Uh-huh.
And the plan, from what I've heard, is that that year they would cancel the All-Star game, and over the All-Star break, it would be a 5-day tournament between like 12 countries, I think. Basically a one-and-done tournament all the way through. I think that'd be fucking amazing. I think it'd be sick. Because obviously, like, the World Baseball Classic is one stage, but to have it at the Olympics, where it's a global stage with other things happening, where it's just the best athletes, period, I think that I'm fucking all for it. I've been waiting for them to do this for fucking forever.
It's hard to look at how good the World Baseball Classic was for baseball and not think we can emulate that 10x
100%.
with doing the Olympics. But baseball owners are fucking scumbags and they'll somehow fuck it up anyways, and we'll have
Right.
shitty baseball. But
at the same time, like, it kind of makes you wonder, like, what, like, I'll be curious to see what wrinkles they throw in to make it different from the World Baseball Classic. You know what I mean?
yeah, well, I'd be interested to see what rules they go with.
They're probably gonna have qualifiers.
Like, not even
It'll be
qualifier, not even that. But like, how the World Baseball Classic, they went with the old rules. There was no pitch clock. There was none of that.
I don't think there will be for this because it's mid-season.
Yeah.
Like the guys are already ready to go.
Yeah. So you
I think it's just gonna be straight up.
the Olympics just adopts the MLB rules that they have?
I think you'll have different rules.
Yeah. Jared's frozen.
Oh boy, Jared, can you hear us? Jared, are you alive? Ladies and gentlemen, we lost him.
He dropped.
He's gone into the ether. Yeah, so that kind of runs it down. I'm a big fan of the idea. We'll see as time goes forward. It's really going to be up, like we talked about. It's going to be up to the owners. Although I do not feel like the owner should be involved at all. I think it should be internal operations and the Players Association that decide it. But
at the end of the day, the players are the one putting their bodies at risk playing more high tense games. The owner should have no fucking say.
To me, right? If you think about it from an owner standpoint, you're owning not only a franchise. A franchise is a brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to the Olympics, and obviously baseball with pro players would be one of the biggest events at the Olympics, just like basketball always is. And you're going to expose people that don't watch baseball to these players. They're going to then look them up and see what teams they play for, and that you're putting more eyes on it. Like that's how I got into soccer, was the World Cup. So like I think it's great for the sport. I think it's advertising if you look at it from the owner standpoint. There's no losing. There's no losing.
Yeah, I agree. The only losing I could see it from an owner's perspective is because they're scummy, but they look at these players like just business assets, and they see if someone goes out and get hurt, they see that as a sunk cost, and that'd be the only issue I could see from a owner standpoint. But I don't think that's enough to just say no. Sorry, we're gonna have no players. It doesn't outweigh the benefit of more eyes on baseball.
I think at the end of the day, those things just happen in baseball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I don't think that it's more attributed to it being, a different tournament, different whatever. Like I think Edwin Diaz blowing out his ACL, that could have fucking happened anyway in a normal game. It was a freak thing. Like Altuve getting hit by a pitch, that happens in the game normally. Like you can't look at it that way, that the player got hurt in that specific tournament. It's a baseball injury.
Yeah.
Jared, did you have a nice siesta? You're back.
Have you guys ever seen the show Space Force?
No.
Yes.
Steve Carell?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever the scene where like the asteroid's about to hit Earth and Windows decides to like do the update 10 minutes away? Okay, so that's what I just experienced. So I apologize.
It started an update?
I don't know. My computer just shut off, and then there was just a white circle thing, and now I'm back up and running.
That's awesome.
Chris looks less than amused at your computer.
As I can't think of that guy's name. He's like the head scientist in that show, but he's like F Microsoft.
Yep.
When it starts updating.
No,
but
Chris looks.
I apologize for that.
Chris is staring at the window behind him, making sure his cat isn't getting up there.
Chris is upset because I just got a text saying that school for MIT, so not my job, but is closed tomorrow, and Chris still has school.
No, yeah, for real. No, I'm having school tomorrow. I've accepted it. Nah, Kat's not up on the window. She's currently knuckle deep in a can of wet food.
Hopefully audio didn't cut out when you said knuckle deep in. Anyways, so we're already at an hour, so let's rip through these Mount Rushmores. I feel like we're probably going to have
2 minutes.
What?
Nothing. I was just making a smart ass comment.
Yeah, I feel like we're all going to have a few.
I mean, a lot of them are probably going to overlap. We got Super Bowl commercials from last night. Did you take notes? Everyone take notes. Have their picks in.
All right, I got my 1-1 already.
Can we all announce our 1-1s together because they're probably all the same?
What?
Dun Kings.
I didn't
have that as one. I had that as two.
No,
no order in the Mount Rushmore, but everybody had the Dun Kings.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I thought you guys were gonna. Oh, never mind. We'll continue.
So I had the Dun Kings. I had the Baja Blast one with Aubrey Plaza and Nick Offerman. That one was really funny. I had the Bud Light Genie. I like that one a lot. And then I had the drumstick one on the airplane with Eric Andre. I thought that one was really funny. Andre. And then it's not even an honorable mention, more of just like an observation. How fucking wild was it that fucking Temu had like 3 30-second commercials?
They had 5.
Yeah.
It's fucking
That has to be
insane.
bajillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. I saw something on Twitter that says, like, how do you feel?
And what was the jingle? It was like, shop like a billionaire. Some random shit like that.
Someone posted on Twitter, says, like, oh, how do religious people feel that Timo had more money than Jesus?
Yeah, those are pretty weird
Jesus
too.
Christ. The foot one, that was...
Well, 'cause
that
at first-
was
At
weird.
first, you're thinking, you're like, I wonder what this is a commercial about. And then the screen just goes black and it just says Jesus.
Well, I
Like,
looked at
all
hard.
right, that answers that question.
She's more religious than me. I was like, was that? She's like, yeah, that was weird. It's like, okay, just making sure.
Well, and it was just like wildly broad at the end. It's just like Jesus washed feet. You're like, what?
Okay, sure, cool.
Like, what are we getting at? Get to the point.
All right.
But yeah, so that's what I had. You guys can.
I'll go next.
You
I
pitch.
had the Dunk Kings commercial. I laughed for 5 minutes straight at the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the State Farm commercial.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. That one was good.
Neighbor.
He flies in on all the sheep. He goes, "That was the sheep." And
Yeah,
you know
he goes,
it.
that was the sheep.
And
And you know it.
The Doritos commercial. I love the Doritos commercials every year.
Which one was it? I don't know if I saw it.
the Dynamita.
Yeah,
Doritos.
the Dynamita, the two grandmothers that were chasing.
I didn't see that one.
Dude took the last bag of Doritos and two what are they, Spanish grandmothers just chased him down like John Wick style to get their Doritos bag back.
I did not see that. That's great.
And then I like the NFL Sunday Ticket one, the YouTube one where all the players were flying around like birds. It was right at the beginning. It's like,
yeah.
oh, you got Seahawks and Eagles.
I did see that one. That one was good. Oh,
That was
uh-oh.
my fourth.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Nothing to see.
Our special guest.
As Chris shoves her face in his armpit. Go to sleep.
No, you might be able to see it. She sits like a human.
What the hell? All right, Jerry, Chris.
I'll go real quick if you want, because I think I had a lot of overlap with Cam. So I had the Schwarzenegger one as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something about it, dude.
Neighbor.
So I had that one. I had the Dunkin' commercial as well. I had the NFL Sunday Ticket one. And then my fourth one was the Sarah V one with Michael Cera.
Yeah,
they
that
used
was fucking good
They
too. I
used
like
him
that
as
one.
the creator of Sarah V.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too.
I thought that one was really good.
What was the one? It was like the apartments.com one.
Apartments.com or homes.com with the people from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, it was that one, but it was the one where they had the giant champagne bottle
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
fucking popped it through the window.
I had that as an honorable mention for mine. I thought that was
Gotcha.
the one. Bless you.
Go ahead, Jerry. Let her rip.
So obviously, same as everyone. Number one was the Dunk Kings one, and then I also had the State Farm one. But Sam, I'm surprised you didn't comment on this. Schwarzenegger was funny because he can't speak proper English, but
Danny
the fact
DeVito.
that they brought in Danny DeVito
Oh,
to say it properly.
It's my guy.
That was, I saw him and I was like, "Yep, that one. I like that."
It's my guy.
And then I found the Uber Eats one where they're like, you forget one thing to remember that Uber Eats delivers other things.
David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of it.
I don't think
like,
I forget 10 years of my life.
There was a guy from a YouTube channel I watch all the time that he's the one at the very beginning who's like talking to his boss. It's the black guy, like the skinny black guy.
He doesn't know how to sit down.
Yeah. He's from one of my favorite YouTube channels. So it popped up. I was like, oh shit, it's Keith.
And then Jelly Roll like looks at himself in the mirror.
Yeah, it's like somebody doodle on my face.
On my face.
Not
And then
coming
later
off.
he's like, it's not coming up. Yeah. And then the last one I had, the Bet MGM one. It wasn't really funny, but the one with Vince Vaughn, Brady, and Wayne Gretzky.
Everyone can do it except Brady. What?
Yeah. They're like, you've won enough, Brady. You don't need to win anymore.
That was a good one.
So and a little side note, they had a Carl Weathers tribute in
really?
which commercial it was.
I did see that.
In what commercial?
I forget which one it was.
I don't remember which commercial.
That's
it
awesome.
was.
It was another Brady one, though, I think, right?
R.I.P. Stubbs.
I think Brady wasn't.
This is something I wanted to say, too. Did it feel like Brady was in a shit ton of commercials last night?
He's got fucking nothing better to do.
Yeah.
That and because next season he's going to be the face of like broadcasting for the NFL because
He's actually going to be starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice.
I saw rumors that Bill Belichick has told people that he's waiting for next year's head coaching cycle.
I did hear that.
He's going to try to get a job. Yeah.
Wait, who? What?
No.
Belichick.
Ah.
So who knows?
Stormy would like to offer her Mount Rushmore of picks.
Cat food, catnip,
Meow mix.
meow.
Squeezables.
She liked the Hellman's Mayo commercial.
True. That's actually her homie.
It's true.
She was actually asked to be in that commercial and politely declined.
No, they
Not-
asked her, but she destroyed the set as soon
I
as
was
she
gonna
got
say,
there.
listen,
And
the
they
way
had
I've
to kick her
seen
off.
her treat your blinds, they probably work too hard to work with her.
Not that these
Cranking.
were commercials, but did you guys like watch it right when the like broadcast started with Romo and what's his face?
No, what
Or
are you
did
talking
you guys
about?
like tune
Yeah.
I was on
I know you're
I was
talking
on the Nickelodeon broadcast.
Oh, so like if you saw that, Tony Romo literally looked like a little kid, like all dressed up on his first day of school. He looked so awkward.
I will
up there,
say
and-
he's grown on me as a commentator.
Oh, I like him as
Yeah.
I like him as a commentator because he just knows the game so well. But
Yeah.
he looked like a child. And then also the intro to the game with Frank Sinatra's "My Way" that
Yeah.
was pretty sick.
I didn't see that.
I like that.
Did you see the video when there was when McCaffrey fumbled on the first possession? They were like, "It's and SpongeBob goes, who has it?" And then Patrick goes, "You have to firmly grasp it."
I guess they were doing that every time someone like dropped the ball. They would
Did
say,
you
it.
also see at the beginning of the second quarter? They were like, "We're going to go to our on-field correspondent Dora the Explorer," and she goes, "Does anyone need a map to find the end zone?" God damn!
I might be watching the Nickelodeon
Well,
broadcast.
I was
next
going to
year.
put it on, but I don't think I have Nickelodeon with my package. So
I might just put it on.
Roasted.
I was listening to 98.5 today, and I guess last night Felger was watching the game and had to leave to go to like NBC Boston to do his night show or whatever. And he tried to get the broadcast on his way like to the studio, and the only one he could get was the Nickelodeon one.
Oh God!
So
That's
he's like I'm driving on my way to work, and I'm listening to SpongeBob SquarePants and
Yeah.
Patrick Star call the Super Bowl
with on-field
awesome.
correspondent Dora the
Dora the
Explorer.
Explorer.
and Cam, you know, because like you listen to 98.5, like that and like technology just frustrates him so much.
Oh my God,
So
it's amazing.
hilarious. That
Little side
it's
note.
hilarious that was the
I
only.
don't know if you guys have
broadcast
seen
he
what
could
Dora
get.
looks like now. Way different from when we were kids.
That's
It's like
I'm
it's like
looking
full.
shit-
Yeah,
But where
It-
you were going with that?
Oh, she bad as fuck, boy. No, she's fucking. It's like 3D now.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks like
weird.
Jimmy Neutron.
Well, even SpongeBob. SpongeBob is
Yeah.
way different.
they're all different.
Yeah. Nothing's the same.
Except for cops.
We had it made, dude. Jimmy Neutron, except for cops. Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents.
In reality, Cops has changed. They canceled it. I think they canceled and like kind of brought it back, right? I think it's
It's
still
on
is
Bring
thing.
back live
It's on
PD,
Fox
don't
now.
care.
Yeah, of course it's on fucking Fox. I'm gonna keep my political fucking jargon to myself, but of course it's on Fox.
We'll live and die by live PD.
Yeah. Nothing like the times in Denver getting super high and watching live PD till 2 a.m.
Stuff in our face
Feeling
with
like we were
Sonic.
part of the dispatch team. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps us. You guys got anything you want to throw out there? We got any maybe recommendations for Mount Rushmore's next week, or we want to play that by?
Nah, I think we'll have to discuss this week.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
Fair
switch it
enough.
up, go something totally different. We're gonna be in kind of a
non-sports
lull
related.
here because there's no football and spring
Next
training
week will be a
starts in
slow one.
2 weeks. But
We
yeah,
could bring back
maybe not.
the baseball Mount Rushmores,
Yeah,
where we do like actual statistic analysis and stuff like that.
I'd like to see
Oh,
Jared do
God.
a baseball Mount Rushmore.
Ooh, I got a good one actually.
Red Sox #1.
I think I have a good idea actually. Could do Mount Rushmore of the worst MLB players. Which is the
there's gotta
worst
be
one.
some kind of criteria to it. The worst MLB players to play like 500 games in the
Yeah,
majors.
like
Yeah.
the guys that are actually in the league, but like you just
Yeah.
think of like, oh, that guy sucked.
Yeah, Mount
Like
Suckmore.
those guys. Yeah, Mount Suckmore.
Mount Suckmore.
It's edition 1, Mount Suckmore. I'm
Cam,
in.
well played.
Thank you.
Let's put a trademark on it. All right.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with Mount Suckmore, worst baseball players of all time. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
45 days till opening day, boys. We can make it.
Book it.
Everyone have fun in the snow tomorrow.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Stormy's excited.
Oh,
Sam
no,
has the
never mind. I was wrong.
45 till opening day. 45 till opening day.
Hey, yeah.
Nah, our favorite one is
Whip.
we don't really hit the dance moves. Jill actually showed me this with the cats. It's a she's like, get me the hell out of here.
Nope, never mind.
She's like, I was sleeping peacefully on that couch.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
I thought
She's fine.
I thought the
throw her?
KBO started
Me?
earlier than it did. Nah. Same
It
time.
only happened that 1 year because of COVID.
Yep.
All right. Let's stop fucking with our animals.
No. Later.